diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Ivan Mertilus, who's a safety out of Lincoln University of Pennsylvania. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Well, actually, you really didn't get a chance to play at Lincoln because of this whole, pandemic. Walk me through just a little bit of your overall history, if you don't mind. I mean, tell me how you, got to Lincoln in the first place.
It was pretty much a journey getting to Lincoln. I pretty much started off going to Assumption College, being coached under Bob Chesney in Worcester, Mass. But Bob Chesney, he was a great coach, great motivator. But I knew he was gonna leave after my freshman year, so I asked him to redshirt, and so I ended up just going to Los Angeles Valley College for JUCO after my freshman year. So after that, I pretty much just made that switch, and I was a captain over there. I played safety, nickel, corner, and after that, just went over to Lincoln.
So I think a lot of people are viewing you as a safety. Because you are, pretty, decent sized guy. Just a hair over 6 foot, 205, maybe upwards to 210.
Yeah,
Depending on where you're at, like during the season. So I think
yeah.
most people are putting you there. Um, so I don't know. Let's just kind of talk a little bit. What do you believe are like some of the key attributes of an elite safety?
I feel like key attributes of an elite safety definitely include, just being a ball hawk, just being able to know where the ball is, because just being able to stop the ball and just being able to know where the sticks are, and just ultimately just being a leader on the field, because you're kind of like the quarterback of the defense, I feel like. So being an elite safety, you just have to be vocal and just have to always be talking to your linebackers, your corners, just everybody on the defense, just to keep them hyped up, motivated, and just overall just being like a field general. So I feel like that's what an elite safety is.
And what about you and what you bring to the table? I mean, what kind of safety are you? What kind of DB are you, I guess we should say, because you kind of introduced yourself as more or less a general DB.
Mhm.
So tell me about maybe what you have done. I mean, are you the kind of guy who plays in the box? Are you covering a guy, out wide at corner? What kind of DB are you?
I feel like I'm the type of DB. I feel like I just like to do everything. I'm definitely aggressive though. So if I'm asked to be in the box to run stuff, just because there's a good running back that we're playing up against, I'm up for the challenge. I love that. So I definitely love playing in the box. But if I'm told to go out and play nickel and guard the number two receiver, I'm fine with that. Just staying with the quickest, twitchiest receiver, that's fine with me, because I just like that competition and staying man to man. So I just feel like I can do everything, just because just being in the box, being playing at nickel, and also just playing at the top. I just feel like I'm just versatile, and also just going out playing corner if I need to. I feel like I'll just be versatile DB. So I feel like that's really my identity as a DB.
Gotcha. I, I occasionally ask this question. So, what about you as a trash talker? I mean, when you're up in somebody's grill, are you really giving it to somebody? Like, is that kind of what you do?
I'm not really like a bad like mouth trash talker, but I'm loud. I'm loud, and like if I'm coming through and I hit somebody, I'm gonna let them know that I came through with that. So I'm definitely loud. I'm definitely bringing a lot of energy on the field, but I'm never trying to start a fight or anything like that. I'm just trying to bring intensity.
Well, yeah. I think that it is kind of part of the game.
Yeah,
You do have to talk to people like throughout the game. Other than your teammates, because you're really just trying to get in the head of your opponent. And once you get in the head of your opponent, man, like you've won.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and that's kind of something that you got to do. So you're actually wearing a Hula Bowl shirt.
yeah.
Had a chance to attend that event as well as the Tropical Bowl. Um, Tell me a little bit about that and those experiences.
Well, first, in early January, I went to the Tropical Bowl in Florida, in Orlando. So that was really just an amazing experience because I was just able to be around a lot of elite competition. Just being over there for the shorter period amount of time, meeting new guys. Creating new friendships, creating new bonds. Seeing why other guys play the game. It was definitely a cool experience just being there and being coached by great coaches, just new faces, and just the competition there. So it was definitely exciting being in Orlando. But after that, I shortly got an invitation to Hawaii after returning back from Orlando, and that was really, that was really a blessing just because I mean I felt like I definitely played well in the bowl before, so I definitely got a lot of tackles and definitely was just all over the field, just trying to be sideline to sideline DB, sideline to sideline safety. So I feel like it was definitely a fun experience getting that invitation, going to Hawaii and just doing the same thing and just being around those elite competition, being around guys from TCU, Alabama. It was definitely fun. It was amazing. Yeah. So
Cool. So I mean, obviously, Ivan, what's happening lately is you kind of came from obscurity. Really didn't get a chance to play in 2020.
yeah.
You got the opportunity to play in the Tropical Bowl and Hula Bowl. And as these things are going on, man, like you're actually going up and up and up in people's boards. I mean, I
Mhm.
know that there are a handful of scouts that really want to, learn a little bit more about you. And really, the next step for you is going to be a pro day. Are you having a pro day? What's that going to be like for you? And I guess, do you have any goals or numbers that you're trying to achieve at that pro day?
So I will be having a pro day. Just don't know which specific school I'll be doing it at, just because of the whole COVID situation. But I definitely will be most likely having my pro day in early April. But for right now, I'm just training myself, just getting ready, keeping myself conditioned. Just practicing my 40 time, practicing my DB drills, also practicing running back drills because I also play running back just to keep myself, just tightened up with my skills and my abilities. So I'm just staying in shape and just maintaining myself right now.
Gotcha. So I mean, obviously, trying to be like the best athlete that you could be, so that hopefully once you do get a chance to do those pro day things that people like to see, that
Yeah.
you can, really come out and deliver. Um, the other aspect about a player, or at least another aspect, would be you as a student of the game. So,
Hmm.
talk to me about you. Maybe how you watch film, and maybe how that has helped you, like in a game situation. So you studied all week for an opponent, and it really played out, during a game. So, walk me through an experience like that, if you don't mind.
Definitely love watching film just because it helps me play faster and it helps me just know what's gonna happen before it happens. So, for example, I mean, I'll just use a recent example. At the Hula Bowl, I was being coached by Mike Singletary, a Hall of Famer, and so he was just explaining to us about how pretty much when we see trips, the safety and the linebackers, they have to work together. And so I remember just watching film with him and just pulling him aside after watching film and just getting more information on his verbiage and just getting more knowledge. I was just able to just study our opponents just before that we played the game. I was just looking up all the receivers, just the running backs, and just what their tendencies was, what's their favorite routes, and I was just trying to figure out, what balls going to be thrown. And so I was just looking really at the quarterback's tendencies as well too, and just picking up on what's just their favorite. And so that just pretty much helped me during the game because every time I would see, a deep route trying to develop, I'd always just be on top of it. Or if I see a run hole about to develop, I know the hole's about to open up. So I just pretty much knew what was gonna happen between the running backs, receivers, and quarterbacks. So it just makes the game easier, and it just definitely helped me out just getting that advice from Mike Singletary as well too. So film definitely helps.
Right. I just think it's got to be awesome to, have a guy like Mike Singletary as your coach.
Oh
A
yeah,
guy that's, you
yeah,
know, uh, just been there, done that on so many
yeah.
levels. I mean, very well respected guy, in the NFL. Um, What's been like your most memorable, I guess, play or moment? I mean, other than that of the Hula Bowl, which is obviously an awesome thing, but
Yeah.
going back to your playing days, in college, what was like the most memorable, moment or play that you want to share?
Um, I'd have to say probably back in high school, because I went to St. Clement's in Medford, Massachusetts. I live in Revere, but I went to a private school about 2 cities away, and we ended up having a situation where we had a student die from gun violence, unfortunately, and so we had the funeral on like a Saturday, and then we had the game then the next day. So the way the schedule came up, we pretty much just went to the funeral and just pretty much just went to the game right after. So me being the captain of the team, I was just asking my teammates, if they wanted to play the game, just because we were all really close to the kid and we really didn't expect someone that close to us to, just pass away like that. And so I remember just everybody was just rallying behind each other and just really being a brotherhood. And that's why I really love football because it's a brotherhood. You play for the guy next to you, and so I remember just rushing for about like 220 yards because I played running back as well in high school, and so it was just an amazing game. It was just a great, amazing moment. I'll never forget about it because just losing a brother like that, you never want to do that. But when brothers rally around each other, that's why you play football. So
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
definitely
you're talking about a very intense emotional moment for everybody on the team. And
yeah.
again, you had just shared. I mean, going out there and really just dominating as a running back, running over 200 yards. So definitely, when you're able to take all those emotions and help them, allow them to help you fuel you to do just great things on the football field. So definitely a great memory there. Um, Talk about you like outside of football, man. Like, what do people need to know about you? Any interests or hobbies or anything that you want to share about yourself?
I mean, culturally, I'm Haitian, so I'm Haitian American. Um, I like to just pretty much just play sports, just be around my family, be around my friends. I was raised by my mother and my grandmother. Fun fact. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty straightforward. Like, I just love football. That's not really. I don't really know too much after football, just because that's what I really just focus on. So yeah.
Gotcha. So, you said you're from what is it, Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, Revere, Massachusetts. That's where.
Okay,
Yeah. That's
cool.
where,
What's so special about that area? Tell me just a little bit about your hometown that is just pretty cool to you.
um, I mean, something that's pretty cool to me about my hometown. Is just everything's really diverse. So everything culturally is just kind of mixed. You just have so much different ethnicities just together, just pretty much at one. So you don't really have too much like cultural problems. You just see everybody just in good mood and just being friendly with each other. So I feel like when I travel outside of Boston and I say I'm from Boston, just because if I say Revere, they're not gonna know where. But if I say Boston, they're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So when I say Boston, people think, oh, it's kind of like a uptight type of place, but in reality, everything's really just fun and good vibes over here. So that's definitely what I gotta say about my area.
Gotcha. What's the go-to spot? Like, if I had to come visit Rivera, like, where would you say I'd got, I'd have to go? Like, maybe like a local like restaurant or whatever, someplace fun there.
Um, I'd say you have to go to Next Bistro. I always get like chicken ziti, broccoli alfredo over there. That's where I get my gains at. I
Nice.
love that place. Yeah, I love
Well, I
that
mean,
place.
got to make people hungry after watching this. So I like that. Hey,
Yeah.
Ivan, let's just take a second. If you had the opportunity to go back in time a little bit, give your younger self just a little bit of advice. Maybe 17-year-old Ivan. What sort of advice would you tell him?
Um. Well, if I had to give my younger self advice, I definitely tell him, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail. Just because failures happen, mistakes happen, obstacles pop up. situations pop up, but they're just made to make you better, a better man, just character wise, and just better as a football player, just a better person overall. So I would just tell my younger self, don't be afraid to make mistakes because those failures really make you better every time, so that's what I would tell my younger self.
Great. Now's the time that I kind of just give you the floor to maybe give a few shout outs to people because, let's just face it, there's a lot of people that have helped get you to where you are today. Whether it be family, friends, coaches, teammates. Give me maybe a handful of people that have just really meant a lot to you over the years.
Definitely have to shout out my running back coach in high school, Coach Juice. Definitely got to shout out one of my mentors that I met at LA Valley College in Los Angeles after winning the Black Scholars Award, Dr. Elliot Coney, because he definitely mentored me while I was over there, and I definitely learned a lot about being about a man. Um, Dr. Babatunde from Lincoln University, a bunch of my friends, Gerald, Jovan, shout out all of them, and people who I haven't mentioned, you know, a lot of people have helped me along my journey and along my way, and I definitely appreciate them. So it's all love.
Great. So I mean, obviously, a lot of family, friends, and fans that definitely want to give some love to.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
um, hey, as we wrap up, I always try to ask this why question, meaning like, why do you play football? Maybe why you started playing football, why do you play now, and what's your big motivation? So, tell me your why.
Ooh, that's a deep question for me.
Right, right.
That's a deep one. Just because I feel like my why has changed over the period of time that I've grown. But essentially, I just want to help a lot of people out. Just being in LA, being in that JUCO situation, experiencing what it feels like you know, to struggle with almost being homeless, to struggle with being hungry. I definitely want to just help the homeless people out. I want to open, nonprofits. I want to, be able to go to back to my country and, just open up clinics and open up shelters and just do what I can do just because God has humbled me in a lot of ways. So I definitely want to help a lot of people and bless a lot of people myself and just help people. And so that's
Mhm.
just what's in my heart, and that's my why. So that's really why I work hard every day because I just want to really just be there for people and help them. So that's my
Nice. Um, and Ivan, very last thing for you is, you have the opportunity to go to these, all-star events. Maybe have sat down, done some interviews with some teams. Give your pitch to those people that maybe haven't or already have, spoken to you. Why should they take a chance on a guy like you? Draft you, sign you. What kind of teammate would you be?
Well, first, I feel like I would be a teammate that's a leader. I'd always be there for my teammates. If I see them having a bad day, I would always just pull them aside. If I see them, kind of slacking in practice, I just pull them aside and just talk to them, see what's up, and just try. Because, like I said earlier, football is a brotherhood. So, you play for the man next to you. So, I'd always just be there for my teammates because that's the type of teammate I would want. You know what I'm saying? So, I would want someone to be there for me if I was feeling down. But I feel like essentially, why a team should pick me is, I'm not a quitter. I always will overcome. I always will fight through whatever obstacles put in front of me. So, when it comes to me playing safety, comes to me playing nickel, DB, even running back if I have to, I'll essentially just do whatever needs to get done. On special teams, blocking kicks, whatever needs to get done. So that's just the type of player that I am. I'm just a hard worker. I'm just trying to get everything done. So that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a gritty player. I mean, the kind of player that is willing to do whatever it takes to win. I mean, and I do feel, Ivan, that you're you know people are starting to get to know you a little bit more. I mean, with a great performance at the Tropic Bowl and Hula Bowl. I mean, your status, I mean, your stock just keeps rising up, and a lot more people are starting to notice who you are and what you bring to the table. And that is that, like you said, I mean, of a leader, a very versatile defensive back. and a guy that can actually go out there and be a force on special teams as well. So, um, Ivan, I do wish you best of luck. I mean, you got a lot going on. Been very busy trying to, get yourself prepared for a pro day. Need to get that scheduled and everything. But I mean, once that we have all that together, certainly let me know so that we can, let people know when your pro day is. But
Sure.
again, I do wish you best of luck moving forward.
Ooh,
Um,
one more thing, I wanted to actually shout out a charity that was helping me because
sure,
one of my mentors from the charity, he's been helping me and he's been guiding me, just trying to show me what to do and just trying to continue to just better me as a man and just better my character and just better me as a football player. And so I definitely want to just lastly just shout him out, the mentoring charity organization, just for just being there for me and just giving me a mentor to just watch over me and just be there for me. So sorry to cut
great.
you off too.
No, it's fine. Great, great stuff. I mean, got to shout out those people that have helped
Yeah,
you out. Again,
definitely.
Ivan, best of luck to you. Again, this is Ivan Mertilus, safety, Lincoln University of Pennsylvania. Definitely check him out.